Hi, this is Eric, Stormtrooper Ranch. I'm going to start doing this DA Props Khaki Stormtrooper helmet, HDPE. So I showed you a video earlier. It's really flexible, really nice. And basically on this video, I'm going to do a rough trim. So you see how I do it. Doesn't mean it's the right way, it's just the way I do it. And the tools I need that I'm going to use is going to be an X-Acto knife. I use a pair of tin snips. You could use shears, whatever you want. I have an electric drill with a 5/32 drill bit on it. And I also have a Chicago Electric 1/2-inch belt sander. About $49. You can get it on eBay, or you could get it at Harbor Freights if you have one in the area. I use this for the teeth and some cleanup sanding. So basically, what I do first is I take my drill, and right here in the corner where the ear comes up and where the brow goes, I drill a hole there on both sides, only because when you trim it, it can split. So I drill a hole there so that after I trim it, it won't split. Do it on both sides. It's right in the corner where my trim's going to end. So as you see, I put a hole there and a hole there. That's where my trim's going to go in. And I just merely take my shears, and if you can't see the line, the mold lines, you could take a pencil and you could draw on it. But these are pretty good. So I could just basically take my shears and follow the mold lines. And again, some people use some special scissors. This HDPE is really soft, so it works out really well. I trim it to that hole. And I just get rid of that piece. Do the same thing on the other side, because I have trouble going the opposite way, so I'll start on this side, go down. I'm going to go from the center of my brow, where I see that line. And I'm not going to be painting this helmet, I'm going to keep it khaki color just so people could see what the originals looked like. And this is just rough trimming. You can see I got that side. Let's go the other way on the brow. I always have trouble going this way. So as you can see, I've got my rough shape across the front, the back. I don't trim back here until I'm almost done. And then on the face, it came pretty well trimmed. I don't need to do anything on the sides. They look good. The bottom's pretty good. I'll clean that up with an X-Acto knife. But on the inside of the eyes, and I'm not sure you could see it, there's a pretty clean line. If you can't see it, take your pencil and scribe it so you know where you're going to trim. And I'll just do one just so you can see how I do it. And I'm just going to score that line. Do it a few times. This side. So I go over that score line a few times so it I can snap it. I stick my knife through the top hole, score it a little bit, and I try to see if I could snap it. So if your score isn't good enough, go back and score it a little bit more. You don't want to rip it. This side's not scored good enough. You got the eye out in one piece. You can go back and clean it up if it's not good enough for you. So that's how I do the eyes. And then the teeth, I use my sander, and his teeth are really stood up, so it should make it easy. And I'm only doing 4 on each side. And I use my belt sander. And you have to go very carefully because the belt sander will go through your plastic. So that's how easy it is to score out the teeth. I'll have to come back and I'll clean them up with my X-Acto knife. But I basically sanded those not quite flat. I wanted a little bit more indent. So they're not quite flat, but you get the idea on the teeth. The ears, I take again my shears, cut them in half here. They come in 2. And then I'm just going to rough trim these, so I'm not going to trim them to go on yet. So I'm going close to that trim line you see there, but not quite on it because it's not always right. So you can see how fast this really is. Didn't take long at all. So I've got my ears rough trimmed out. I'll have to sand those off. You can do this really fast. Takes really no time at all. You don't want to go too aggressive because you can tear your ear. I find these shears that I use, the metal tin snips, work really well on this plastic. And these ears are ABS, but the helmet is HDPE. So there's my other ear. That's how quick and easy it is to do the pre-trim. Andy's put out a pretty nice helmet. I can't wait to get it done. I'll see you on the next video, and hope you enjoyed it. Bye.